Okay, so small reminder before I start my video. Please subscribe if you are interested and leave a comment to help improve my video. Thanks. Alright, and welcome tonight to For Mother's Matron. Sorry if you're gonna hearing some motorcycle voice because I'm uh well for a long quite some time I will record in a place where motorcycle just pass by behind me. So welcome back to For Mother's Matron. I decided to make a change to my UI. I don't know how you say it, design, by getting rid of the border I usually use. I'm experimenting with the border, but I decided that it's looking bad. So we're just gonna go like this. So a recap of the last time: we are escaping from the creatures and now are separated from Rich, and now we are alone with Pucks at the dark tunnel. No idea further in for sure, but nothing distinguishing about this place. It's just a big tunnel, except like it hasn't been visited by people like the last tunnel we go through. It's so dark. Do we have a light or anything? I don't think we have. Oh, okay. As a matter of fact, we do. Oh, I hate that. Hooks pulls out a flashlight and clicks it on.
I love how reliable you are.
Aww, you're so reliable, Pucks. Oh, phew, I was really not looking forward to stumbling around in the dark. You are so reliable, Pucks. Yeah, well, I couldn't count on you two morons to stock up properly. I suppose not. We both laughed softly, then trailed off into silence. Silence and silence. We are kind of awful, aren't we? How do you figure? We are in a place where so many kids came to die, frightened and alone, and somehow we are loving. What right do we have to feel any kind of joy in the face of all this? I turned my eyes to the ground. I felt great shame. Listen, don't start feeling bad about yourself. You're not that bad. We are in a pretty freaked up situation. If you're able to smile a little and not break down completely, I think you're doing fine. Oh, that is a good mindset. And I think if you could see yourself from the outside, you wouldn't be as hard on yourself. I don't know about that, but I really appreciate it, Pucks. Just speaking the truth is all. Still, it means a lot. Indeed. Hooks gave me a gentle smile. It will be the first and last time I ever see him look at me with, oh no, last time, with such patience. Not to ruin the moment, but we should get going. I'm not a fan of standing around in a dark butt tunnel. Me neither. Let's get going. I don't like where this is going. We continue it at a brisk but manageable pace. This tunnel was really long. The silence was eerie and deafening. I had to feel the air somehow. I hear water. Can I ask you something? No, I haven't heard the question. Oh, okay, sure. I rolled my eyes. Alright then. You mentioned you used to have friends to play baseball with, didn't you? Yeah. Why can't you play with them anymore? Did something happen? They got sent to the tunnel, aren't they? Something did. What is it? Care to elaborate? Alright. Was it something bad? Okay, you just don't want to talk about it because it brings me too much joy. Of course, it was something bad. Sorry about that. Really, I am sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. I shouldn't have cried. Alright, awkward silence again. Apology accepted. I breathed a sigh of relief. Awkwardness in roads, silence came home again. I kept my eye glued to my shoes. My friends got sent down here, yeah, I already guessed that. My eyes widened as I quickly turned to look at him. They got one of those letters, like the ones we got. My friends Rocco and Wallace got them. They didn't tell me outright, but I saw the signs. Out of nowhere, they got all withdrawn and they didn't really want to play anymore. They looked me in the eyes while we talked, but even looking directly at me, they were focusing somewhere thousands of miles away. Like as if they could see storm clouds on the horizon. Then one day, they just were gone. Never heard from them again. Or at least I didn't hear from Rocco again. Wallace came back, you know how that all goes, though. He couldn't speak a single word properly, shaking like dog that fell in ice water. That look in his eyes, that pitiful expression. He wasn't really Wallace anymore. I mean, he had the face and the name, but everything that made him Wallace was sucked out, gone, disappeared. I'm so sorry, Pugs, I had no idea. It's okay, well, it's not okay exactly, but it didn't mean any harm, wasn't your fault. Is that why you hated the Mother Matron so much? Pretty much, yeah. I didn't exactly love her before like everyone else did, I just kinda knew she existed and didn't really pay any mind to it. But seeing Wallace like that, I can't ever forgive that C word for letting that happen to him. I don't care what people say she's done for us or how much people look up at her, she got my friends killed and who knows how many before them. She can feed us all that bullpoop about it being necessary and unavoidable, but I don't buy it for a freaking second. I can say I blame you for the feeling that way. I'm really sorry you went through that.
Mother Matron said so.
Mm-hmm. It is kind of hard for me to accept it. I really love the Mother Matron. I have written to her a lot, believe it or not. She would always say the nicest thing, always tell me how wonderful I was doing. She supports me a lot, even if it is indirectly. Mm-hmm. It's not like you're the only one. It's a lot easier to reverse someone who they haven't stole something from you. Or at least when you are not aware of what's been stolen. I couldn't really say anything to that. I didn't harbor the same hatred as he did, but I didn't disagree with him either. Plus, when we talked to her, there was something deeply wrong. I couldn't tell you what bothered me so much, but something about it all really concerned me. Definitely, there's something wrong. I tried to not focus on those thug, and instead decided to try and console Pugs. I thought about giving him a hug, but that felt like something he find patronizing. I settled for a gentle pat on his shoulder. I know we only met recently, but for the time being here, we are the only two people we can rely on. So I don't know if there's anything I can do to help, please let me know. Thank you, that means a lot. We have more important things to worry about, though I need to keep focus. Understandable, just don't forget, okay? I flashed him a warm smile. Thanks. Alright. We made our way through the dark tunnel armed with a flashlight that did not light nearly as much as I would have liked it to. What are those? Definitely water. That's why we are hearing water. The tunnel led us to a massive open cave filled with the sound of rushing water. The path led from the crack of rock where we were standing on through the water to the center island, where it branched in three directions. Each path seemed to lead to the same spot, however, which was a brick-laden hallway that Puck suspected may contain the utilities we were looking for. What makes you think that? Well, there's a sign. Alright. Oh, alright. Subsurface Dame, Society for Innate Relief, Surface entrance, no trespassing. To our right was a little wooden fixture with sign of it, presumably pointing us towards the subsurface dam the Mother Matron talked about. What is that? Society for Innate Relief. Something in the diary. No, don't really care.
You're kind of a jerk.
Rude, I was just asking. I'm not looking forward to getting my shoes wet. Me neither. We gotta go through. Keep your guard up. I nod and follow Pugs. As we reach the water edge, I notice something. Another journal or something. Pinned against a small rock near the edge was a thick book soaking in the water. The binding was miraculously still intact, though many pages seemed to have drifted off or broken down completely. Why should I care? It would be really helpful for us. And about those things. It's a waste of time, the last one we found wasn't useful. It is not, maybe this one will be different and something useful about this place. Fine. Well, if it's not, I'll toss it back in. That's simple. I pick up the wet book and let it rain a little. I carefully open it, thumbing through the pages gently and carefully. The pages desperately wish to fall apart right in my fingers. After some pulling and peeling of damn page, I found one with text that wasn't a complete smudge. It read as follows. What is that sound? I don't like it. One must embark on the muting. The procedure can only be performed once, but it is by far the most intense and reliable way to hear her words. Several materials. Is a blade, the older, filthier and rustier the better. Consult the weathering guide in the appendix if you only have access to clean and well-maintained blades. Heat, box of matches, a lighter or a stove. Piece of metal that may retain heat. But it cannot be your blade, it has to be a separate item entirely, a metal rule, a metal bar, or perhaps even a fire poker. We have a blade. Source of heat, I don't know from where. Metal. Probably the thing that Rich owned, the crowbar. Once prepared, need assistance from a comrade as resistive tendencies. May also need to be restrained so you do not harm whoever is assisting. Oh, okay. After being properly restrained, use one hand to stretch the tongue taut a cloth or keep grip. Oh, this is gonna be a hurtful procedure. Sawing motion to do not stop. To what? Disappoint her immensely. I had to stop reading at that point. Who is her? What did it say? I don't want to think about what it said. I wish I didn't read it. We should get going. I started walking ahead into the water. What? It was your idea. Yeah, well, it was a bad one. I just want to get moving. Oh. Ah, that's her voice. Alright. Oh, what the freak is that? Then right on cue, a blobby mound of meat with gaping hole filled with teeth at its bait leaps toward me from the water. Okay, danger, time to save. Alright, so how suppose I beat you? Turf the creature away? It was coming at me no matter what, and with the water weighing down my legs, there's no way I get away fast enough. Indeed. Okay, I think that do. The beast was flung back and landed in the water with a splash. Okay, so luckily we didn't dodge because we are heavy in the water anyway. Before I could even get my thoughts in order, I heard Puck shout from behind. Oh, freaking hell. One of them has Puck's legs. I turned to find Puck with a smear pink mass sticking off his legs. The water turned increasingly red as Puck struggled. I'm coming right over, Puck. The water tried its harder to pull me away with its white foamy claw as I sloshed my way to Puck. Acid burned in my legs and muscle pain ached in my abdomen. I had to get to Pugs. I couldn't lose another friend. I refused to let that happen again. Finally, I reached him. Oh, freaking hell. The blobby beast was biting down hard on Pugs' lower leg. Blood was jetting out everywhere. If I didn't get it off him, he'd have his leg ripped off and eaten. I racked my brain. What could I do? Struck the creature? Alright. Okay, we are hitting. Take this. Okay, that makes it angrier. My mistake. Push the creature underwater. Let's go. Yeah, let's try that. I'm gonna push the thing under the water. Please try to hold still. Why? Just freaking trust me. Alright, Pugs. Alright. The creature was submerged beneath water murky surface while bubble rose to the top. Pugs couldn't help but shake in pain, but he kept his leg beneath the water as best as he could. Oh, okay, that'll do. It's off. Pull me back, alright. As quick as I could, I helped pull him back a distance away from the creature. Nope, almost lost his legs. Yeah, almost. Yeah, I'm fine. It hurts like a bridge, but I don't feel like he dug too deep. Doesn't have acid split either. Let's get out of here. Fine, but where do we go? The water rippled and splashed in the distance. More creatures were coming. I had to come with a plan fast. I look around. Alright, where? 3 paths. Direct path to the entrance. Yeah, no, that's definitely. Wait, the creatures will definitely get pushed too, right? The third option, there was a path I could see on the right, which was almost as short as the straight on path, but out of the water. Okay, showtime. Okay, the climbing path, I think. Let's go. The creature lives in the water after all. Come on, you go first. I carefully began to scale the wall. My wet fingers struggled to maintain a grip. Beast leaping and chomping at the air, hungry for flesh. Freaking shit, I'm sleeping. Oh no, Pugs. Pugs. My hand lost purchase on the cracks. Despite the prodding of my finger, I could not maintain the grip. Oof. Yeah. The horde leapt and stuck all over us like a colony of leeches. Oh. Yeah, their sharp teeth, shredded or flesh like paper, they took big mouthful of meaty chunks. Oh. Exquisite. Yeah, that's a good way to define it. Exquisite. Alright. Yeah. My mistake. Okay, let's take the longer path, but easy. We're going to laugh. Right behind you. We waded through the flood as fast as we could and made it to the path. Hooks and I ran as fast as we could. Our legs were on fire, our lungs were full of pins and needles, but we kept a good pace. The beasts were nearly as fast climbing on land. Indeed. Oh, so it's... Yeah, my guess of its being a land is correct too. That they cannot go inland. There it is. We were incredibly close to the entrance tunnel. It was likely we lost them in there. I just think that the left path wasn't a land, but apparently it is. Our feet hit landing and a long open hallway stretched before us. We made it through here. Alright, the sound of chase behind us dried off. We miraculously managed to survive. Miraculously. I really hate it down here. Ditto. Yep, the same. We're really close though. I think what we are looking for will be just down this way. Hopefully that sign was accurate. We continued down the corridor. After the tunnel when we went through earlier, it was nice to be in one that was fully lit. Well, lit enough that I could see where I was walking anyway. Ah, interesting, what is this? There wasn't really any indication at the scale of the facility from the outside, so I couldn't help but be awestruck at the grand size of the subsurface dam. How will we fix it? Look at this place, it's huge. What are all these big machine things for? I would guess they are water purifiers. The dam must pull double duty, get water from that river we came in from, funnel some of it to these purifiers while using the rest of the water to generate power. How do they get power out of the water? I thought electrified water was dangerous. No. It doesn't have any electricity in it, but water is in motion. Using it as a way to generate force. To generate energy through force. Yeah, I'm dumb. I thought about asking what a turbine was, but I thought that just get more confusing. Or so I have read, I think. I've never gotten to see one up close. That is interesting. I don't really know much about machines except for sewing, so it's cool to learn more. It is strange, though. What is? Imagining things. Let's look around for anything that looks broken. We are here to make sure everything's in working order. Be careful, though, we don't know what is here. Will do. We spent a while looking around the room. Hooks tried looking inside the purifiers while I looked around their exterior for any obvious damage. There's no damage. A lot of this stuff is all rusty but nothing looks broken. Did you find anything yourself? That can be... Oh, Mother Matron didn't send us here to fix things. She is one of those creatures. She sends us here to die, to be fed to her friend. These purifiers have filter, right? The filter are supposed to take all the crude out of the water that we can consume. Yeah, you need to regularly replace the filters. Yeah, but it has been replaced. They are dry. They are never been used. Oh. See, I told you, she's lying. She is not Mother Matron, she's the creature. She's a creature like them. Hook's face turned dark. It was a ruse. Huh? The Mother Matron lied again. She didn't send us down here to fix anything. She sent us here to die. That actually makes sense to me. I freaking knew it, I freaking knew we couldn't trust that freaking lying piece of shit. Why would she want us dead? Because she's not Mother Matron. Who freaking knew? Maybe she knew what I was pissed at her for Wallace and Rocco and wanted me out of the picture. Maybe she's thinning the herd because we're running out of resources, or maybe she's just freaking evil. Oh no. That's a flying creature. Third time the charm, I suppose. Yeah, I guess it's correct. Ton of them indeed. Now what should we do? We gotta move now. But where can we run? Look, scan the room quickly. There's a room up above those stairs. No, there they can fly. Come on. Can we? Hook sped up a rusty metal set of stairs that led up to a room above with a door. We ran in quickly and shut the door behind us. Hook threw himself at the door using his whole body to keep it shut against the swarm of flapping monsters behind us. Oh, we actually did it. What do we do? See if there's another way out. Hurry. I scrambled around the room, checking every nook and cranny possible. A vent, another door, a hole in the wall, something. But there was nothing. Alright. Okay, so what? Are you freaking kidding me? Look, that's the only way out. What are we gonna do? Okay, you don't know, dude. Was this it? Was this it? Was this how we were finally going to go? Eaten alive by a swarm of freaking disgusting flesh birds. Then something unexpected happened. Rich? Mother Matron. What was that? Rich or Mother Matron? Do you feel that? What? Sleep? Oh no. What are you talking about? Something about that sound. It flipped a switch in me. I suddenly felt extremely exhausted. My eyes struggled to stay open. The sound that you've been hearing, it didn't warn you about you being in danger, so I think we are safe. Hugs?
Liz!
I felt unconscious right on the spot. What is that? Mother Matron. Wakefulness again, or before technically, since this is a memory. Where am I? Back in the monolith in front of the matron's chamber. I didn't remember how I got there. Was I carried, teleported? Was the nightmare I just went through all bad dream? I desperately hoped for that option. Anyone here? Now reveal to me that Mother Matron is the thing that I have been thinking for a while. Where did that buzzing come from? Yep, the door. Yes, you are. I resolved to check. It was open. Something deep inside me was belting out in desperation, begging, pleading with me not step through the door. And yet something even grander compelled me to continue, and so I did. Oh freak, this is a room of flesh. Mother Matron is a huge creature, isn't she? My eyes struggled to take in the sight before me. I was in a room that was alive, living, writhing architecture that took the shape of walls and ceiling. Pulsating mazes that maintained rigidity and yet desperate to wriggle as much as possible. The room smelled of iron, pus, and excrement of a nature that I did not know and hoped to never know. I was unable to blink as I gazed upon the abominable architecture. That's when I see them. They're slumped against the wall, Pucks and Rich. There's what happened to their face. No. Without their eyes. They weren't supposed to see this. I want to scream, but my body refused to cooperate. At first, their stillness convinced me that they were dead. They just were there, lying against the wall, body slim, mouth slack with dried spittle at the corners. They're still alive. They were breathing. I hesitate to say they were alive, but their bodies still function.
You're in danger.
Oh! Alright, now we are in danger.
My dear child.
Hello, Mother Matron. That part of that was just disgusting noise, and yet I understood. The noise had come from behind me. I slowly turned, fighting my body the whole way, and it knew that what sat behind my back was something so dreadful that ignorance of it seems like paradise. My eyes truly saw it for the first time. A glimpse of the true reality which existed confidently in stark contrast to my perception of it. Mother Matron. In front of me at the center of the room of flesh stood an abhorrent towering thing with horrible appendage and eyes as black and unforgiving as the void. What feeling does the sight of your progenitor inspire inside you? Does speech escape your tongue, child? The monstrosity in front of me leaned closer. I could feel air being drawn away, sucked through passage I could not comprehend right in front of my face. Yep, it is. Terror and an ease. And unease. I see it written inside the flesh on your skull. Yep, indeed. Indeed. You wish to flee to a place further than just away from the monster, indeed. No, not really. I'm just gonna throw you instead into a chasm full of razor salt and acid instead of myself. I could hear the wails and sobs of pain and sadness on the worst night, the night where you felt so broken, so desolate that you erupted like a sorrowful volcano. And yet, despite all of this, you managed to persist. You have managed to keep a breath in those lungs and even still retain the desire to do so. What for, I wonder? I could feel my eyes burning as warm tears were beginning to claw their way out. My teeth would not stop chattering and my body would not stop quivering like a dying fly. I don't know. The tall mass of pulsating and slimy flesh crept ever so slightly closer. I could focus on nothing but the black pits that I could only understand as eyes. What do you believe now, my child? I peered deep into those eyes, hoping to grasp some kind of understanding of this being. All I could find was an endless void, one that threatened to consume me, and all that I was until all that remained was a memory of dust. You see the truth, don't you? You see the point in it all, or rather the absence of one. There was no point, no deliverance from agony. The pain is eternal, unending. It crept even closer. Time to run. The creature's eye closed slightly and its head tilted upward. It was an expression I could only interpret as enjoyment at my expense. What are you? You know what I am. You just wish not to speak of it.
Mother Matron.
Yes, I feel chills. What are you? Correct, my child. You know not my true name nor from whence I hail, but you know my nature. I am a part of life that has been there since you were all microscopic tadpole. You're not even a fake Mother Matron. You are Mother Matron from the beginning. Misery, pain, dread, discomfort, sadness, tragedy, that is I. I am everything you wish to avoid. I am the inkwell from which black is drawn. I don't understand. I don't understand any of this. Explanation? Humans adore them. Curious little vermin, always have been. It's not enough to experience, not enough to simply be alive. You need answers. Bah. The monstrosity began to circle me slowly, its expression now that of annoyance. Of course I do. You make us go through a place full of breaking monsters. Make us go there to die, fix a machine that was never broken in the first place. You said they were destroying things down there to bait us, but all they do is sit there. The subsurface dam hadn't even been turned on in years. So all that thing about the boarding being in danger of running out of water and power was a lie? Why? What purpose does that even serve? The beast looked at me deeply. Ah, you like it. You like the misery. What? You still do not understand that I shall speak plainly. The boarding, the crepuscle, the poor living condition, the monster, the endless drudgery of malnourishment and overwork day in and day out. It's all by design, because quite simply, you are all cattle to me. What does that even mean? I feed off that misery and suffering, or rather something your brain produces as a result of it. The creature skulked forward and tapped the top of my head with one of its leg-arm things. I flinched at the touch. You exist for a long time, aren't you? Since the birth of life itself, but I was always starving. Most of other living thing creatures lead simple life and only experience remote moment of misery. I used to feed passively, just sucking the delicious shadowy patricians out of the air whenever possible, rare but exceedingly delicious and nourishing. I knew no other existence, and so I simply lived with borderline starvation for a time, until human came. Your cave. Something about all of you, it is as if you are wired to make life difficult for yourself. You spend all this effort to survive comfortably, but once your basic needs are met, you work tirelessly to create new problems, cause conflict, pursue impossible and painful goals, even kill each other for no reason at all. Just turning your lives into endless misery and dread. I find it exquisite, an entire species where even a single person could feed me more forever if their death was nullified. Can I really be blamed for taking advantage of such a bounty? It would be absolutely moronic to deny myself of comfortable nutrition, and so I watch you all grow. Watched you live and thrive and die until the right opportunity came where I could finally make a farm out of your kind. The boarding. Are you saying? Uh-huh. The boarding is my success story. It is smaller than I initially planned, but that can and will be corrected in time, I guarantee it. Regardless of its size, I've managed to create a place engineered to induce a constant state of misery. And even better, you all thank me for it. It is brilliant, don't you think? Why did you even give us hope then? Why did you try and tell us things would get all better if all you freaking wanted was pain? Because that will generate more pain? Yep, a farm where its cattle die off is not a particularly productive one. If you must die, I want it to be when you're experiencing true dread. I want to taste it with my own tongues and feel the volume of it fill my stomach to bursting. My stomach was churning, I couldn't believe a word about what I was hearing. I wanted to vomit everywhere, and I would have had food still been in my gullet. Which brings me to you. You are exceptional, very few have managed to make it to the end of the crepuscle, the kind of person that comes once in a millennia. Somewhat with your drive, skill, if clairvoyance for lack of a better word. Someone with a lot of hope, that once be broken will be very delicious. Is that what you're saying? Yep, she heard it. Moreover, there's something watching over you. Someone guiding your hand, someone who saw the branch of possibility and was able to guide you to the fruit of survival. Hi. Oh, sorry, I hit my laptop. I bet right now they are priming themselves to get you yet again. Maybe they are even just made a bookmark to return to. Hello? They're jumping at a bit to save you yet again, but unfortunately I'm going to have to disappoint them. No. The monster city eyes widen and the world grow redder. The world grow redder? It spoke again, but this time without translation. My heart felt like a box filled with 1,000 buzzing saw blades bouncing around the room. What are you talking about? Uh-huh. For it is time to feast. You had to do something, alright. Okay, do something. Die? Vermin! Aha! What happened? Silence? In that abyss of darkness before wakefulness, I remember it float to the top something buried deep that was finally dislodged. There's a woman walking through halls of blood and gore. The woman is walking with a slow limp. She's carrying a baby in her hands. The baby has my face, an infantilized version, but my face nonetheless. The baby is crying, its feeble brain unable to comprehend the red that spatters the hole and the distress of the woman's face. There was no explanation for the poor things, no comfort to be found despite the woman's best efforts. It is a reality that finally completed its metamorphosis into surreality. Surreality and pain forever. I can hear the woman speak.
Shh. Mommy is here, sweetheart.
Yeah?
Mommy is here.
The baby finally started to settle down. The woman's eardrums relax. She continues walking, the sole of her feet inevitably dyed red from the blood-soaked floor.
I figured out what your name is going to be.
Finally.
Lizzie.
Lizzie.
That's your name. Lizzie.
Who is that?
Better late than ever, right? Oh.
She gazed into my eyes with a look of sadness that is incredibly profound and unbearable to look at.
I really messed up, sweetheart. You probably won't remember any
Uh-huh.
of this, but this is the only chance I'll have to tell you. The only chance I'll have to apologize to you.
Alright.
I'm so sorry. I messed up. You're in danger, and there's not a damn thing I can do now. I should have seen the signs.
I'm here,
I
Rose.
shouldn't
So,
have listened to my mother. This place is hell. I knew it was the minute I walked through the door, but Mom insisted. She said they would fix me, that I come out of it feeling better than I ever had. I did everything they told me to. We all did. We said the words, sang those songs, we cut our own skin.
Lord
seasoned
damn.
marks into our own flesh. We pulled out our own fucking eyeballs for them. And that's not even the fucking worst of it.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
It's not
I
a
shouldn't
problem.
curse in front of you. I'm so sorry. I'm just powerless. I ruined my life. I ruined yours. I'm so sorry. I wish I could go back. Give you the life that you deserve. Wish I could tell you that your life would be full of good things. But it's not. It's just misery. All the way down.
I really love how the music just stops right there. Those were the last words the woman would ever utter. She was tired now, tired to her bones. She wanted to keep moving, use the last of her strength to carry her baby far away from here. She did not have that stamina, however. And so she found herself in an empty patient room, a bed waiting for her, exuding a radiance of warmth, comfort that she no longer felt was present in the rest of the world. I'll just take a quick rest, she thought. She'll wake up soon, get back on the move. She stroked the child's cheeks. Just a little nap. Okay, dear. Oh, that's the hand. The baby. And so the woman closed her eyes for the last time. She drifted off and the world changed. Which leads me to the present, I believe. Was that memory elucidating? I'm not really sure. Maybe more of the piece of the puzzle are lying strewn about the other, or maybe I'm not meant to really understand it at all. I have remembered something important though. The true nature of this place. I tried to retreat to a comfortable delusion without even realizing it. Perhaps it is a side effect of whatever depravity have been done to my eyes, for they no longer reside in my skull. Perhaps my brain is desperate to create visual stimuli in the complete absence of it. A futile effort to delay the inevitable mental shutdown. This is not a hospital room. It's a womb. That's why I hear those sounds at the beginning. Oh my freaking god. I cannot see it, but I feel it. A warm and wet cocoon of gooey flesh and slime. I feel something poking in the back of my neck near its base. An appendage that is contracting, pulsating, sucking. My body is growing increasingly heavy. There's another sensation too. A sensation of relief. She was right. Misery is eternal. And once you come to grips with that eternity, you have no choice but to enjoy it. Lizzie, no. That's one way to end a visual novel. Look at that. I like that. I like that a lot. The meat that I forget her name. Meaty Mary, I forget. It was the meat of the creature. She knows something. Meaty Marisa definitely knows something. Holy shit, I like this. Holy. That was an ending. This game, oh my god. It's such a good concept of a horror game, a great concept of a horror game. The inevitably of death, not I don't know how to say it in English, sorry. Unavoidability of death and misery, all that kind of stuff. Your choice that really brings you heavy consequences if you choose the wrong one, and the story, the music, everything. I just love it. I will check it out if there's another ending, but if there isn't, then I will not continue. But this is a great game. So that's all for Mother Matron, made by Velvetique Games. I'll see you later in my next video then. Bye bye.